My name is Susan Orozco, also known as Grandma Tarot. I believe that your intuition is your BFF. Welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here. This channel is for beginning tarot readers and for those who want to strengthen the communication channels between you and your intuition. Do you want a good friend? One that you can trust and depend on, and one that is wise? Well, the interesting thing is that you already have that, and it has a name. It's called intuition. I want to unite you and your intuition because you belong together forever. And I know of a hack that can leapfrog you into that really amazing relationship. You see, your intuition works with symbology, much like your dreams. When you dream at night, do you ever dream that you're in high school and you can't get into your high school locker? You forgot the combination? Or do you have dreams that you're driving a car and you're about to go over a cliff? That is symbology, and that is how your dreams work. And unless you understand the symbols, you don't understand the dream. What if you learned you were involved and co-creating, very much a part of the making of a language that only you and your intuition could understand and use to communicate, much like tarot cards? First, please don't be afraid of your tarot cards. Learning tarot is not really about predicting the future. And you don't have to be psychic to be able to read tarot cards. And it's not woo-woo. It's a legitimate communication system between you and your intuition. And it can also communicate with your higher self, your spirit angels, your guides, and even the universe. But that's something that we can explore in this channel. We have many subjects and things we want to talk about that's going to help you not only on your spiritual journey, and not only to help you one day to become a spiritual giant, but to be able to understand yourself. And as a result of that, understanding other people, and more important, understanding the world that you live in. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please remember to like and subscribe to help my channel flourish. Thank you. Did you know that your intuition is your BFF? And right now, it's over here in the corner going, hello, while your brain is over here arguing with itself. Imagine, who would you be if you learned how to trust yourself completely? And this is something I want to help you do. I want to unite you and your intuition with a really wonderful communication system. Because you belong together. You're BFFs. And that's what I want to accomplish with this video. For our class, I would like to recommend a good deck of tarot cards. But remember, the most important thing is if you already own a deck and you're familiar with them, definitely use the one you're familiar with. But if you really are just a beginning tarot reader, then let me recommend one of these three. Now, the best one is the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot would be the best one. The symbology on that design is better for the beginner tarot reader. Many people swear that the Light Seers is the best. Great symbology. They're both pretty good. I recommend, if you stay with the original, would be the Rider-Waite. Now, the Gilded Tarot is my favorite. I really love it. It's really beautiful. And maybe someday we'll do an entire video on the different kinds of tarot cards. I learned how to do tarot with the Morgan Greer deck. I don't have it here to show you. It's in a different room. But it's the one I learned. Now that I've been using the Rider-Waite, especially when I teach, it's, to me, in my opinion, the best one to go with. Okay, in this class we're going to learn the cards. Not going to do all 78 cards, but we're going to do 2 of them and show you a format in which you can do every day. I'll do some for you on our videos, but you can do some at home too. The format is this. If you draw 2 cards or 3 cards, you can go at your own pace. You can use, while you're learning the cards, to read for yourself. If you have a question, always ask the question first as you're shuffling the cards and preparing them, and also let the communication get started by making a plan on how you're going to do this. You're going to and just state it out loud. I'm going to do 3 cards, or I'm going to do 2 cards. I'm going to shuffle, and I'm going to ask the question that I want you to answer while I'm shuffling, and I'm going to do this and this and this, however it is you want to do your cards. I'm going to teach you how I do them. Now remember something in tarot, there is no right or wrong way to shuffle or to ask the question, and not necessarily. We will go into that in our classes on how to better ask a question to get a better answer. But there is no right or wrong, and you will learn as you're doing the cards for yourself, or which I highly recommend that you do them for yourself way before you do it for someone else. That way you can build that relationship with each card that is highly necessary in order to build that communication. So today, let's start by knowing how to shuffle. And above all, I really want to bring home this idea that it's important to just get started. Even if you just do this one video, get started. And once you get started, I think you'll start to love and appreciate the relationship that begins to develop between you and your intuition. What you will love is the communication, and you will receive validation that you're being heard. That's the fun part. Reading tarot is fun. Okay, so let's start with shuffling. I'm going to bring the camera around so you can see my table and how I'm going to shuffle. There's what they call the Las Vegas shuffle. It's not a dance. It really is a matter of just giving the cards a real strong shuffle, because you don't want to end up with the same cards that you had in your last reading. So I'm not really good at the Las Vegas shuffle, but a lot of people are. You can go ahead and use that in conjunction with another form. You can also do the fanning. Lots of people just fan the cards, where you can start picking the amount of cards that you're going to be using. Make sure that you leave these instructions with the cards before you start. Tell them, I'm going to use the fan, I'm going to use the Las Vegas shuffle, or whatever it is you're going to do. Now, the shuffling that I use is just simply going just like this. Now, this one works for me because it gives me time to think about it. You can use 3 different kinds of shuffling in one reading. There's no rules against anything really in tarot, but I recommend to use the one that's the most comfortable for you. This is the one that's the most comfortable for me, because I begin to feel when my intuition has joined the shuffling. I feel it in my hands. I feel it in the cards. Sometimes I'll even get a jumper, where a card will fly right out, and I always set it aside and I use it. For the most part, I always use a jumper, unless I am not feeling that intuition has joined the shuffle, and I just picked up the cards and the phone rang and I dropped one. That's different. Sometimes I will use it, but most of the time I will only use a jumper if I was feeling that intuition was already joining the session. So shuffle. When intuition starts to join the session, you will feel it, and you'll know. You will feel that the cards are starting to slow down. You're not going as fast. You're feeling any minute now. And then when you do feel it's time, like I feel it right now, I divide my cards into 3 piles. I instruct my cards that the middle pile is the one I'm going to be using. But when I'm reading for someone else, I will have them hold their hand over all 3 piles, and they will tell me which one holds their message. Sometimes the cards will feel warm, and that person will say, this one. But once again, I always choose the middle one. And the cards know that. So the middle one it always is, because I've instructed it beforehand. So now I'm going to put out 2 cards. For this video and this lesson, we're going to take 2 cards that we are going to study. Now the 2 cards that we drew are this Temperance and the Sun. Now, the first thing you want to do when you get a card is look at what you're being drawn to. What's the first thing you see? Remember, your intuition is your guidance system. It will draw you to something on the card that you will see. There's a saying in tarot that says, what do you see? What do you feel? What do you know? Now, what do you see? What I saw the very first time I saw this card, I saw the wings, I saw an angel, and it reminded me of something that was like off balance. But from what I understand, it's temperance. And that is something that I'm drawn to right away too, is what does it say down there? And I see that it says temperance. So this guides me. This is what I see. I see the word, I see the cups, I see the water. I see the angel and the wings, and that's about it. Now later on, when I see this, when I draw this card again, I might notice what's going on over here, the path there, what's going on over here, there's 1 foot in the water, 1 on land. I might notice those things later. But once again, what do you see? What are you drawn to? What do you feel? What do I feel? I feel the coolness of the water and the warmth of the grass. I feel a lot of attention and love. So that's what I feel. So what do you see? What do you feel? Now what do you know? You know what temperance means. Temperance means to do something, or to have at a reasonable pace. You want to do it in a balanced way. So you don't want to overdrink or overuse or overeat or overexercise or over anything. You want to keep everything at a temperate level. So that's what I see, what I feel, what I know. Now, the Sun card, the first thing I saw was the child, the horse, and the sun, and I thought, wow, that's really it's happy. It's a happy card. It's also a yes card, by the way. If you ever draw this in a yes or no spread, and you get this, and the question was a yes or no, if you draw the sun, your answer is going to be yes. So, what do you see? What are you drawn to? Your intuition will guide you to what it wants you to see. You might see only the sunflowers. You might see just the child. You might see just the horse. So then, what do you feel? You feel the warmth of the sun. You feel the joy, perhaps. How much fun it must be to ride a horse. And then what do you know? You see the sun. And maybe you even have your little guidebook that comes with your deck of cards. Most deck of cards, when you purchase them, comes with a guidebook, and perhaps you've already looked up the sun at one time, and so you know the description, or maybe you've seen some YouTube videos on some of these cards, and so you do have a background a little bit, so you do know what you know. And you're allowed to have that. You're allowed to read your guidebook, and you're allowed to ask questions and use AI or whatever. Look it up on the internet and find out more about the Sun card or about the Temperance card. So remember, it's what do you see, what do you feel, what do you know? Thank you for watching my video. I'll be making video training number 2 very soon. Hope to see you there.